What is the deep web? If you don't know, consider yourself lucky. The deep web consists of hidden websites that you need a special browser and a direct link to access. It's completely anonymous, so obviously some seriously heinous stuff goes down here. Selling and purchasing drugs is probably the most innocuous thing you can do on it. These aren't just stories of the deep web. These are deep web horror stories. We dug through the bowels of the internet to find first-person experiences of some seriously messed up stuff that happened on the deep web. Just be glad we did all the research and compiled all these scary dark web stories in one place for you. Now you don't have to worry about being on the FBI watch list because you were researching these things yourself. This was back before Google. Web pages were for the most part still very basic HTML with JavaScript. Hardly anyone used CSS, only discussion boards and some baking sites had anything approaching mature front-end and back-end combinations. ETC, early net, real deep web story, not just one about illicit activities online. I was browsing random blogs, GeoCity sites, and the like, just going from link to link. Eventually I came upon an odd page. It appeared to be random thoughts from different people, but for the time it was very well designed. The messages seemed to be cryptic in nature, like several people trying to pass secret notes. I started through the source, and hidden in the comments of a JavaScript were various IP addresses. I gathered all the IPs in a text file and began enumerating. Some were routers with banner messages I could telnet to, almost all in universities. Warning, this is a secure system at University of blah blah. The default Cisco credentials from back in the day worked on most of them, but I don't poke around. A few of the IPs were web servers with little to nothing on them, mostly a pack on Linux or some BSD, at least one ISS server I can recall. I finally came upon a web server with a huge directory of HTML files and TIFF images, with a few smaller subdirections containing the same NSLOOKUP returned no reverse records for the IP. A visual route traced it as far as Colorado. The HTML files appeared to be records of psychologists of similar mental health professionals would keep. The images were of faxes, apparently of both military and medical nature. As I browsed for some subdirectory back to the parent, at the top was a new HTML file named something like hello there HTML. The timestamp was from right that minute. I opened it, and in plain text was the message, "We see you," no quotes, all lowercase. About 15 seconds later, the server dropped.